So I recently moved into this new town called Ladenburg in Germany. It's in Baden-Württemberg, Bundesland. I came here because of my work. I'm gonna stay here the next 9 months. Well, this is really a pretty small town, but I looked up some stuff online and then it seems like there are quite interesting places here. For example, there's a big river there, that way. And also Karl Benz, the father of modern automobile. He died here, and there's his cemetery and his museum. So we're gonna go there and see what they can offer. Let's get going. This town is more than 2,000 years old, I believe. It goes way back to the Roman times. So it was even people were living here back then. And the thing is, it's a European thing here. They maintained well the old stuff, old buildings, old streets. So they kind of stay old, but they're nice at the same time. I live in a really old flat, but I mean, it looks really old from outside, but when I'm actually inside, things are working fine, and it's quite beautiful actually. I feel like I'm in a medieval European town. Look, there's even a dog. The weather's not that cold. It's about 5 degrees Celsius here at the moment. And then apparently it still rains here, from time to time. But from what I've been told by the people living here, it rains less than in the north of Germany. For example, Hamburg, where I used to live for more than 2 years. So that's nice. It used to rain too much in Hamburg. Wikipedia says the population of this town is only about 11,000. It's a pretty small number. And so I'm in the middle of Altstadt. So in English that means old town. So yeah, the streets are really old, the houses are really old, but not everything about this city is old. When I get outside of this Altstadt, well, there's actually some kind of wall surrounding this Altstadt. And once I'm out of it, it's pretty modern. So I believe the people used to live here like in a castle or in a village or something, which is currently Altstadt. So I will show you the wall soon. Interesting over there. That's cool. See the houses here, they look so old, but people still live there. And once you're inside of these houses, they're actually nice. Well, honestly, I only lived in big cities my whole life. And this is the first time I'm living in a small town, and then I'm quite okay with it. I think I can. It's quiet compared to big cities, less people, less crowded, and quite a lot of nature too. So I guess I like it here. So I'm about to get out of the Altstadt. As you can see, this is the wall I'm talking about. It looks like it's hundreds of years of old. And then you see that, the sign? That means it's from here. It's not anymore Spielstraße, which means you can drive faster. You're supposed to drive really slow within the Altstadt, the old town. So once I'm out of the castle, the wall here, things are more modern. Out of the Altstadt, see the castle, the wall there behind me, and now I'm on this street. The streets here are not those old European streets, concrete, cement, modern. Anyway, today is Sunday, so not a lot of things going out here. It's pretty quiet. Well, actually, it's the same from Monday to Friday as well, but I see even less people today. Markets here. So where am I going now? I'm actually walking to my workplace. Who goes to work on Sunday? I do. Well, not to work, but to film what it looks like and what it's like. It's only about 10 minutes or 15 minutes on foot from my from my flat. It's pretty close. I was pretty lucky to find the place where I'm staying now, so I can wake up pretty late in the morning to go to work. I don't have to rush. I can just walk. Yeah, it's really nice. Walking, I'm under a bridge and I see some graffiti drop on the wall. They look nice. Ooh. It's the company I work for the next 9 months. It's called ABB. So you can see there, ABB Forschungszentrum. It means ABB Research Center. Regular worker here. I'm working here as a student for the next 9 months. I'm working with the robots there, as you can guess from my YouTube channel. And robotic, machine learning, computer vision, deep learning, artificial intelligence. Yeah, these are my field, and it's gonna be really fun. Cemetery, at least that's what Google says on the map. And it was actually only 5 minutes distance from the workplace. I'm not exactly sure if Karl Benz is buried here, because it looks quite small, but let's figure it out. Entrance of the cemetery, Friedhof, and there you go. It says Karl Benz, Karl und Bertha Benz. That means Karl, and I think that's that was his wife. Und means and, Karl and Bertha Benz. Okay, so apparently they're buried here. Really, really close from my workplace and my flat. Cool, let's go figure it out. Okay, this is the biggest building in this whole cemetery. I have no idea what it's for. And today's Sunday, so I'm not intending on going inside. Tombs. A lot of people buried here. I'm sure we can find Benz and his wife easily. Karl Benz, I think he would probably have the biggest tombstone here. Or it's a car. Let's find a car looking tombstone. Bigger than I thought. It even extends all the way there. That's huge. Karl Benz. So I found him and his wife here. Indeed, they have the biggest tombstone here, which is not made of a vehicle, but actual stone. Karl Benz is buried here. What a great honor for me to visit him as an engineer. Dr. Karl Benz. He was born 1844 and he died in 1929. Bertha Benz, he died 1 year before the World War II ended. Okay. Geb means geboren, is born, and gestorben, I think that's means death. He was indeed not born here in Ladenburg. He was born in Karlsruhe. That's about 100 kilometers to the north from the city. But I believe, from what I've been told, he also has done some of his works here in Ladenburg in his garage. I think that's we're gonna find more about that later on in his museum. It's raining a bit here. Not a surprise in Germany. It rains quite often here in Germany. It doesn't really rain heavily, so a lot of people even don't bother to take umbrellas with them. They just put on their hoodie like that. And yeah, I got used to it too. I barely carry my umbrellas anymore. It's not a heavy rain, it's just a shower. Okay, so we're heading to the river towards that way, called Neckar River. And there's another city called Mannheim. I think that's where Karl Benz did a lot of his work. A lot of work of his were done there. And there's another river called Rhine River, and they meet together. Rhine and Neckar, they meet together not far away from here. Okay, let's go check out the river. It consists of 16 states, and this one where here I'm at, it's one of them called Baden-Wüttemberg. Baden-Württemberg. It's in the south, next to Bayern, English Bavaria, where Munich is. And this is a pretty big state too. It's got a lot of industry going on in this state. The well here looks pretty old. Let's see what's inside. Okay, I think it's not being used. I think it's probably completely dried up. Growing inside here, bucket. Found something interesting here again. That looks like Poseidon on the top with his try something. It looks like obelisk or something. I'm not really sure though. And there's another museum behind me. I don't know what it's about. Maybe I can visit some other day. Because today I'm gonna go to Karl Benz Museum first. Walls here, right behind the museum I found. Walls show the time when it was first built. Römische Mauer mit Fugenstrich. Zweite Jahre. I believe that's a wall that was built during the Roman times. 2nd century, I believe. Römische. And that's another wall behind. Ladenburger Stadtmauer. Ladenburg City Wall. That was built around 1200s. It's not really clear. This one definitely looks like a pillar that was used in the Roman times. Interesting. Park that's pretty close to the river and the Karl Benz Museum, and as you can see, it already shows about Karl Benz. That's probably the first internal combustion engine vehicle that Karl Benz first made. I'm not exactly sure. Reads, dem Erfinder des Benzinbetriebenen Kraftwagens und Ehrenbürger der Stadt Ladenburg zum Gedenken. My German is not good at all to understand what it means. I think I gotta translate at home. The fact that there are a lot of parks in Germany. Everywhere you go it's green and you see a lot of parks, a lot of rivers too, a lot of water. Well, from where I'm from, South Korea, especially in a big city like Seoul, you don't see that many parks. We have a lot of mountains though. It's about Karl Benz. See here, there's something again written about Karl Benz. Garage. Okay, I'm not gonna try to read it. I'm not gonna understand anyways. So this place was used as a garage by Karl Benz. That's interesting. In German here, train harder. It's been almost 2.5 years since I've been living here, but my German is not good enough. At the river, Neckar. It's pretty big. And let's go down there to see closely. This river seems to be pretty fast. The water runs really fast here. And also it's pretty muddy, so I cannot see really anything through the water. And the thing here in Germany, people don't fish here or eat seafood as much as people in Korea do. So I don't see anyone fishing here. Maybe somewhere I go there or there I can see people fishing, but at least here I can't see anyone fishing. There must be fish here though. Let's head to our final destination of the day, Karl Benz Museum. It opens at 2 p.m. It's almost 2 now, so let's get going. The direction to Karl Benz Museum, Karl Benz Automuseum. Here at the Karl Benz Museum, Automuseum Dr. Karl Benz. Okay, let's get in. Here at the museum, entrance fee was €5 for adults and €3 extra for photographing, taking pictures. If you have to pay a bit more, €3. So in total I paid €8 and I got this brochure and a small picture of Karl Benz's car. Okay, so let's see all these beautiful cars. This dress here was actually worn by Bertha Benz, the wife of Karl Benz. Interesting. I know, according to what I looked up online, Wikipedia to be specific, Karl Benz was not the first one to build an engine or create an engine. It was done, steam engine existed far before that, and also internal combustion engine existed before Karl Benz as well. What Karl Benz actually did was making a commercial automobile that uses internal combustion engine that is powered by gasoline. I think that's what he did first, and that's what pioneered. He paved the way to mass production of these cars, automobiles running a gasoline, internal combustion engine. So he's the father of car. That's why it's called a lot of cars here. And let's take a look at this one here. This car was first made in 1998. That's so old. 1980. 1998. 1898. That's really old. Benz. It's pretty cool that this stuff run on the streets back then. Look at all these cars. They didn't run on 4 wheels, but the first ones had 3 wheels, 2 in the back and 1 in the front. So I believe that's the internal combustion engine. Where is the gas tank though? We have this huge one here, this one. Under the seat is the gas tank where it stores gasoline. Okay, here I have a better look. Is that the gasoline tank? Oh, I guess it's probably the one behind in the wood. That probably gets the gas. It's pretty cool. More than 100 years old engine, but it looks like any other modern engines nowadays. Well, I don't study mechanical engineering, but they look pretty similar, although I don't see pistons. So it's a pretty interesting museum as of 2018, where I'm filming this video. We're all about self-driving cars and electric vehicles. You start to see electric vehicles on the streets, and these engines will, internal combustion engines will literally be the history. The cars will run on electric motors now. Car that changed the world. The first commercially available automobile back then is called Benz patent Motorwagen. 1886 it was first built. That was such a long time ago. And literally this was the first commercial automobile for passengers back then. So I see this is the steering wheel, 1 wheel in the front, 2 wheels in the back, and I guess maximum 2 people can have a seat there. And back here, oh, by the way, this is replica. I asked the guy who works here. This is not the real one that was first made in 1886, but it was built after that as a replica. So that's the engine running on gasoline, I believe. I still don't know where the gasoline tank is. This one, that one, or the wood box there. I don't know which one is the gasoline tank. Pretty impressive that these were made back then. 20 years later, or so, no, it's 14 years later, the first automobile was built by Benz back then over there. We start to see some much cooler looking cars. It only took 14 years after the first one to develop such a cool looking one. I don't know, 4 people can have a seat there in this car, like a modern car nowadays. It was built in 1914 in Mannheim, I think Benz factory. It looks so cool. Like the first commercial Benz automobile, 1886 model here. It's better reconstructed. You can see the engine clearly here. I don't know what this thing is. It's huge wheel back there. You know what? It looks pretty simple actually. Astonishing work back there. Not only about German Benz cars, but also other cars throughout the world back in the early 20th century. This one is from Ford, 1925 model. Looking nice. And even one from BMW, where Germans call it BMW. Somewhere there. Section in this museum. I believe this room is for racing cars. Various racing cars are stored here. It's really cool. I really recommend you to check it out. If you are anyhow here in Ladenburg. It's really amazing to see how this automobile industry has developed over the past few years. I mean, over the past 120, 130 years, after the first commercial automobile was made by Benz, the one we showed, 1986 model, it only took few decades for them to produce like really cool looking cars all over the world. I think because people were really interested in this business, invest huge money in this business, and a lot of engineers have studied this, and they are still doing to make better cars. This museum. Okay, so I'm gonna finish off my 2 days journey with a glass of beer. That's how Germans do it. Let's go to this beer shop I found. One over there. Okay, let's get going. It's about to set here. Although it's only 3 p.m. The sun sets. There's not enough sunlight in winter because we're pretty far in the north here. And in summer, it's nice. The sun is always out there. The sun rises really early in the morning, and sun sets even at latest like 10 p.m. So it's nice in summer, but in winter, I wish I can see sun more. At the place right by the river, right by the bridge as well. I just ordered one Pilsner here. It's from Mannheim, Eichbaum. And gonna finish off the day. Well, not the day, finish off the journey. Still 3 p.m. here. It's called Eichbaum. This is about 0.4 liter. It says Zeit 1669. It means that it's been since 1679. So it's really old beer. Let's see. It's very good. I haven't had beer in more than 2 weeks now. Very good. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.